All right, truth time. I've recorded about 4 different videos, each of which I am absolutely trying to garner more attention. And it's not working. It's not very honest of me. I was watching a MatPat video, and I think it was on Game Theory, and it was talking about this idea of the era of excess and how every YouTube video seems to be, a $1 house versus a $100 million house. And I ate at every fast food restaurant in America, and as a result, I shat in every single toilet stall on the West Coast, whatever. And what it's doing to our brains and what it's doing to our palate for real story and a desire for deeper connection to character and to truth, it's all going away, and it's all in combat or in competition with this clickbaity era of excess, polarizing content. And I feel like I am never going to find my voice as a creative, as a creator, if I am trying to compete with that machine. It just does not resonate with me. And it's really hopeful to me to see creators like Casey Neistat, or there's a channel I followed recently called Life of Riza, or Riza, Riza. You see these creators who are telling very simple, wonderful little stories, and they're posting and they're sharing it. There's so much goodness in that. There's so much truth in that. And I really hope that that type of creation wins. I really hope that that form of content is the thing that in the long term prevails. What I hope for myself, what I hope for anybody who watches my journal videos or my regular videos, I hope that they're like, I like him. I want to keep seeing what he has to create. Like, yeah, he didn't have hundreds of millions of views, but he's doing good work. Like, that's how I want to be remembered. And that's the thing that I'm connected to when I see other creators creating in that way. But so often when I'm on it, insert platform, doesn't have to be YouTube, I feel like I'm one of those humans that's on Wall-E who's just like 400 pounds overweight, just like sitting in the chair, like zooming around, and like content is everywhere and everything is just so cheap and everything is just fed to us. And that's how I feel oftentimes when I'm consuming that type of content. And I'm going to make a promise to myself. I'm going to make a promise to myself that that is not what I'm going to create. I'm not going to create with the mindset of draining you of all of your attention and making you feel FOMO and making you hurt or giving you anxiety or depression. Like, that is so sad. It's so sad to me. I want to be a creator who, when someone goes to any of my videos, they're like, okay, that made me laugh. Now I feel a little bit better. That was a weird video about you ordering Indian food, but it was only 8 minutes of my life. I just don't want to compete with the nonsense, nor do I think we should. And that's the promise I'm going to make to myself. And as a result, the promise will be made to whoever watches. But yeah, no cheap shit. No cheap shit, no clickbait. On a separate note, a little reward to anybody who's made it this far. I'm going to share this little thing that I created the other day. And I'll give you a little hint of what's behind it. I feel like I have nothing to lose whenever I post these because I see the retention and I know the average of how long people watch. So like pretty much anything after like, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I know that there's like probably 3 or 4 people who watch maybe past that, but I don't know. So I feel like this is a very safe zone for me. I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling really, really badly. Thankfully, not with anxiety. That used to be a struggle of mine. But finances are hurting really bad, and I'm unemployed. And I've been unemployed and felt unemployed, which is a new feeling for me, for the last month and a half. And it's taking a lot out of me. Like I'm a licensed architect. I'm a fairly established photographer, and yet I can't find work. And I have a company in Dallas that for the last 3 years has not made me a dime. And I'm exhausted. And I only find hope when I'm creating and I'm doing these types of videos or doing other videos out and about. I feel mentally healthy. That's a good thing. I'm grateful for that. But I'm struggling. There's a massive struggle that's going on right now with me. And it is primarily in the work and finance realm. I hate saying that. I feel so much shame sharing that. But I have started writing 12 to 18 episodes for this channel that begin to approach questions and thoughts around finance and work and stuff. And I'm doing it in a narrative fashion. It's not gonna be like me sitting behind a camera being like, oh, I'm struggling. Like that, no one wants to watch that shit. So I've written out this narrative, and I'm not gonna tell you everything about it, but I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek. I generated a photo on AI, and then I generated a video from that photo. It's very subtle. You probably won't even be able to tell. And then I wrote a little script as a promo announcer for what would be basically a variety show from the 70s that I'm going to be interviewing myself in. And so it's all sort of like based in the 70s, and I wrote it all, and I make it up for fun. But I created this little bit because I wanted to see if I could make my voice kind of sound like an old-timey announcer, like preparing to introduce Johnny Carson. And so yeah, here is this short little sample. This is my voice. I altered it a little bit after I recorded it. But yeah, here it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 7 p.m. and you know what that means. It's time for The Broke Show, the talk show where we sit down with some of the most unexpectedly poor people in New York City. As always, the cost of living is high, but the stakes are higher. Here's your host, Brody Broco.
Kind of weird, right? I had so much fun with it. I just, like, over the course of like an hour or two, I was like, let's just like write a little bit. Let's just play a little bit. Let's just get creative. And then I spat that thing out, and I was like, that was fun. That was really interesting. So anyways, I have a lot of work to do on it, but it is so exciting to even remotely think about, much less start to create on. And it showed me one really important thing about life. I feel a lot of joy despite being in the difficult circumstance that I'm in right now. Relatively difficult circumstance, forest through the trees, but my own circumstance where I'm at right now. I have so much joy being able to create I ordered Indian food as a video. This is fun, and it brought me joy. And right now I don't have a whole lot to cling to in that way. So that was really exciting for me. And it's giving me a glimpse of like what is greater in this world beyond just money and excess. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go. I want to edit this and get it done. Keep being honest. Keep working hard. Keep creating. Do whatever you need to do to get out of your head. The world is counting on people to make really good stories and push people into something that is deeper. I want to be that person. And if you're a creator, I want you to be that too. Signing off for tonight. Thanks for watching. I love y'all. Night.